shout out to Aaron Rodgers for staying with the Packers when quarterbacks leave, sometimes not their fault, like Brady, Ryan, Stafford, and Wilson. It makes you really respect 12, in this case Aaron Rodgers 12. He could have left like these guys, but winning another Super Bowl in Green Bay would be something there. It's blank. Would be
fire.
It
would be fire. Yeah, let's say it'd be
It
awesome.
would be fire.
Yeah, fire.
Fire
It's
emoji.
a fire emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fire emoji
there was nothing on
doesn't
my
format
I
to
really
the
gotta-
screen I shared. I apologize.
I'm reading a quote. I'm reading a quote on the screen, and it would be blank.
It didn't.
But yeah, no, there's
It's
the
right.
emoji
The
on the left.
format.
the screen,
it
yeah.
didn't format.
Yeah.
It's
So
on your
anyway,
TV.
would be fill in the blank. So after seeing all the quarterback movement and the amount of vitriol, there are these guys, Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on the morning on ESPN radio. A lot of Rodgers talk for a long time. Should we actually be giving Rodgers credit, Key?
I think so, Max. I think you look at it. Every situation is different, though, right? You look at Rodgers' situation. He was never going anywhere at all whatsoever. I get it. We danced around it for over a year, played the game. But when you look at these other quarterback situations, and I understand what Leroy is trying to say, but Tom Brady left after winning 6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots because he wasn't going to win another one. Matt Ryan was basically asked to leave because they courted another quarterback, and then Matt was like, you know what, it's probably a good thing to go chase a Super Bowl with Indianapolis, better team. Then you had Matthew Stafford was never going to win a championship in Detroit, let's face it. He would have been 100 years old still chasing a playoff victory in Detroit. And then Russell Wilson is the one guy out of everybody who forced his way out of Seattle. Like, he really forced his way out of Seattle and didn't want to stay and rebuild and be a part of a Super Bowl championship winning team.
But it was a rebuild, right? It would have been a rebuild.
It wasn't really a rebuild. It was a plug and play, a few pieces, because they were not going to get rid of Lockett. They're not going to get rid of DK. They just signed Jamal Adams, the big deal. So it's not a rebuild, just a plug and play, fill in some pieces. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, he deserves everything he's been getting from the media in terms of, the I guess you could call it disrespect or lack thereof that he's been getting from the media. I think he deserves it because of how he has made everybody chase and run behind him to follow his story of going back to Green Bay.
Key, I am shocked. I am shocked that you will give Aaron Rodgers credit for coming back. I got to tell you guys, I'm so glad that we have our pre-production meetings in the morning because it got crystallized for me. Big shout out to Pat Costello for helping me come to a realization on this. How do we end up coming to this point where a person's like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers deserves more credit than what he held this organization hostage for a full year. They are the reason, to a degree, why they don't have Devontae Adams. Like, there's been so much back and forth with Aaron Rodgers, and I get the talent. I understand it. But, I mean, the Pat McAfee show, the back and forth, the beautiful mystery, the ups and downs of this entire season, like, it's alienated a fan base on Aaron Rodgers to a major degree. Now, all of a sudden, we're going to come out of this whole thing because he signed one of the most lucrative deals in the history of the NFL. I'm like, yeah, he deserves more credit. No, I'm not giving him more credit. I mean, his talent speaks for itself. It got him the money, but the way he went about it, man, damn, like, this was a roller coaster ride.
Well, you're coming out with more fire, but I don't think he was Key. Correct me if I'm wrong. You weren't giving him credit either. You were looking case by case.
Yeah.
No, he was looking case by case. This is why this guy did it. This is why that guy did it, and it made the most sense. In other words, everyone's acting out of self-interest. If you just take everyone's self-interest, that explains why they all did what they did, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers doesn't deserve extra credit in that case because when you survey the landscape, he made the most sensible move for himself. Yes. I agree. I don't think you two are at odds, in other words, Jay.
No.
I think that you are highlighting the fact that here are the things that Rodgers did to bring this kind of scrutiny. Absolutely right. He did. He made himself the center of attention the way he went about it, of course.
I mean,
what other way? Well, everybody says that, but what other way is he supposed to go about it? he was conflicted on whether or not he wanted to deal with an organization that wasn't giving him the proper respect that he felt he deserved. That was a year ago. He got the proper respect that he deserved. He said in the offseason, at the end of the season, he will make a fast, swift decision so that it doesn't hold up anything that they need to do moving forward. He did that.
Well, because Key, when I say, Key, you could have the consulting firm, right, to teach guys how to talk to the media, because come on, man, there were about 100 different times where if I was like, Key, how should he have done that? You would have come up with something that would sound much more like Tom Brady than what Aaron Rodgers sounded like.
Well, because I'm giving you what the traditional quarterback should sound like and what people want the quarterback to sound like, opposed to Aaron Rodgers that's going to buck the system and do it his way. He didn't tell Max Kellerman and Jay Williams to follow every single move that he would make. He didn't ask for that. He just doing it. Y'all the damn fools that's running behind him looking for more breadcrumbs. No, I'm just saying people that are complaining about the way he went about doing it, you're the one running behind him. You don't have to follow him.
I hear you. I mean, but
right?
That's a very good point. But Aaron Rodgers knows what time it is. I mean, that's how he was leveraging his power.
I disagree, Key. I think you do have to follow him, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
We work in the media, and we have some editorial discretion, obviously.
No, not us as media people. I'm just talking about everybody as a whole.
But here's how the system works, as you well know, because you've been on both sides of it, right? All three sides. You were a fan when you were a kid. So he is newsworthy because he's Aaron Rodgers. If you're one of the best in the world at the most popular thing in the country, you are, no matter what you do, that is newsworthy. If you then do what you just said, Key, and kind of buck the system, the media has no choice but to pay attention to you because the presumption is fans care, and they do care.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.